is up, everybody? Welcome to a real special episode of Today's News Tonight. I am fucking thrilled.
Woo!
I am here with my good
Oh,
friend
yeah.
and GVG co-founder once again in the flesh in less than a month. Ash Paulson, how you doing, man?
I am much better now that I'm here with all of you fine folks in the same room for once.
Heck yeah.
Minus Derek.
Hell
F in the
yes.
chat for Derek. We miss you, man.
Miss you, Derek.
We
miss
wish
ya.
you were here. Hopefully for E3, though, we will all be together next year. That would be awesome.
This
Yes,
is a
please.
rare opportunity. This is the best thing about PAX. We'll have a lot more to say about PAX later in the episode, but you can see I'm obviously joined by the other members of the GVG family, our good friend Brandon Miracle, who you've probably seen on here before,
Hello.
and the lovely Daniel Evernight Tide Studios.
Hello, everybody.
Evernight nighttime.
Night Tide. That sounds like a soothing scent. But anyway, we have so much to talk about, so we are going to jump right into it, so to speak. Get the preamble out of the way, and first up, we have to talk about our good friend and sponsor, Straight Lace. It is Friday here on TNT, which means that this episode is brought to you by our friends Straight Lace and The Soul Device Part 2. The Soul Device 2 is a puzzle platformer where the player can create temporary platforms at the cost of HP to navigate the environment. And the developer Straight Lace is proud to announce that the Soul Device 2 is now available for free in early access on Steam. The game has a number of rooms to explore and puzzles to solve in its current state, and updates will continue to come periodically as Straight Lace designs the world, puzzle, and additional gameplay elements. Furthermore, Straight Lace is also proud to reveal the other grand consumer of his free time, that is his Dungeons and Dragons campaign, Generations of Astria. In this campaign, Straight Lace takes 7 of his friends in a newly created world that they helped develop over the course of more than one lifetime. You can check out the D&D campaign on Straight Lace's alternate YouTube channel, Just Another Group of Friends, where new sessions will be released weekly. Thank you so much to Straight Lace for your continued sponsorship of Today's News Tonight. We appreciate you so much. I recently got to take a look at this D&D campaign that he's working on, and it is mind-blowing. You really should go check it out. We'll have links to where you can see the Soul Device 2 and Straight Lace's channel in the description down below after the show. It has been a journey to get us here. But before we continue further, we do have another sponsor for today's episode, and they're coming up right. Well, it wouldn't be TNT without intro number 2. So anyway, thanks guys for hanging out. Thank you to Ted Brown Music for helping to sponsor this episode, as well as PreSonus, who supplied all the microphones that we're using here. So if you think we sound at least okay, go ahead and check out PreSonus's line of dynamic microphones. We really couldn't have set up this show without their help. Thanks to both of them for helping us get out here, helping us get set up. And guys, before we really get into the news, I just want to talk about our experience getting here and getting the show set up.
Oh my
God.
It
was
was
experience.
wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've been doing a lot of planning for this. We had all of our tech set up, figured out, and we did some testing on the first night and made sure that all of our equipment worked.
Yeah.
We did.
And it did. It did work.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the internet situation here at our Verbo was not quite as advertised. Not on purpose necessarily, but we have not had the internet speeds we thought we would have to work with, nor the stability. But we think we finally come up with something that works. But there was a lot of heartache and a lot of panicking last night because we were like, we've been hyping up these GVG After Dark streams, and we're like, oh my God, can we even stream?
I've never gone from so happy to so depressed in that short period of time.
To be fair, it wasn't a short period at all. We spent most of the night up to close to midnight last night working on this setup, and I have to give a huge thanks to the other miracle in GVG's life, Michaela Miracle, off screen, she is running the stream from literally a windowsill because that is where we get enough reception
Yeah.
to be able to actually come to you guys live tonight. So for all the stuff, thank you so much, Michaela. We appreciate you.
Hell yeah.
Helping us run the show from
Thank
there in
you.
your
Thanks,
corner.
dear.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, no, it's been a journey getting here to this point with this setup, and I know we were all a little concerned last night. We were not the most fun bunch of people to be around last
No.
night.
Oh,
We
yeah.
were tired and sad and just like, oh, come on. But we think we've been able to work things out. So thank you all for your patience, of course. As you can also probably see, the stream is looking a little bit different tonight. No patron chat, no promote a pet, that kind of stuff. That is, again, because of the complicated nature and the special nature of today's setup. But all that will be back next week, of course. So don't worry. That is coming back. And also, I did post a link to Straight Laces, the Soul Device 2, in our YouTube chat. So please go check out, again, Straight Laces are our sponsor for today's episode. Please go check out his game, The Soul Device 2, on Steam. It is pinned in the chat. And thank you so much, Straight Lace, for everything, as always.
Yeah, absolutely. So, guys, we're all here for a reason, and that reason is PAX West.
Yes, we do
So-
have some super chats, though.
Oh, we do.
We
Okay.
do. We have a few super chats.
All right,
Which,
Ash, can you read those out,
yes, I
please?
will do so right now. So first is Jaden Buck with $5. It's time for Crazy Question Friday again with Crazy Question number 6.
This is funny.
What would you consider to be the worst place to fall asleep?
There's probably some opinions in here
Oh,
about
boy.
last night.
Oh man, I'm sure.
I would go with the floor of a Verbo in Seattle behind the couch.
Yeah, there you go. I was, fortunate enough to get the sofa last night. There's not enough sleeper sofa beds for everyone here. We're rotating out every night, but I would say the floor in general because I slept on the floor one time in a Vegas hotel room, and I got up and my back was. I was in the kind of pain I'd never experienced before, and I could not move, and it scared the shit out of me. Fortunately, I just had to wake up and get moving, and I was okay. But I felt like I was just like I was locked in place, and I couldn't move. Scared the
Ooh.
hell out of me. So the floor.
That was me this morning.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm doing just fine now. Don't worry.
My answer is probably not that original, but yeah, I'd have to say the floor too. As the guy who's sleeping in the bed, the floor is the worst place to sleep.
You don't get to have that answer, man.
son of a
Like,
bitch.
The guy
comfortably-
sleeping in the
comfortably sleeping in the
bed.
bed.
Oh, I could
I'm
also
10 feet
say
away from you in the floor.
I could also say airplanes, right? You know,
I suppose so.
I didn't get any sleep leading up to coming here to Seattle, and I was hoping to get any amount of sleep on the plane, and that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Well, it's okay because you're getting to sleep in the bed, so it's all good.
I
need to-
can
So
see
making up
the-
for it.
I need to bring my wife with me next time so I can have bed
Bed
sleeping
privileges.
right.
Salt.
Yeah.
There's
The
some
salt.
daggers in Ash's eyes.
No, honestly, the sofa, I did toss and turn a little bit, but the sofa wasn't that bad. Tonight, though, I'm going to
glad.
be on the floor. Again, in the interest of fairness, I want Steve to have a chance to be on the sofa. I want you to have a chance on the sofa. So, it's only fair.
I feel like a terrible person.
You are. It's okay,
Yeah,
though.
okay.
You
No,
get
no.
to bed every night.
I'm glad
so.
to know.
Yeah.
you
Next.
got to remember, his wife is running the stream. We got to be careful.
Exactly.
We could go off the air at any moment.
Next is $4.99 from Screamo Shaman, one of my favorite names to read. Apparently, we got some Halo-branded Moa Burger Pringles in at work. They're spicier than expected. Want some? I mean, you know us. We'll always
Yep.
try dangerously weird food,
Absolutely.
on stream especially. So, yeah, send some our way, Screamo Shaman. Next is, oh, God, here we go. Floxcat with $5 saying, Hatter Rene's Super Smash Brothers moveset. Attract, Draining Kiss, Play Rough, and Misty Explosion.
Here it comes.
Final smash will be called G-Max Smite Blow.
I feel like I missed something
you did.
gross.
Okay, so
definitely did.
what happened on the Wednesday's episode when you missed it? Floxcat had a super chat saying Gardevoir or Hatterene. And I, being, kind of a casual Pokemon fan, was like, well, I know what Gardevoir looks like. Let me Google Hatterene and see, what Hatterene looks like. You never Google Pokemon designs, ever. It was an unsafe searched Pokemon image search, and I immediately saw images of Hatterene that I wish I'd never seen. It could burn out of my brain.
One doesn't simply Google image search any Pokemon.
Exactly.
That you
No.
don't, If you
Exactly.
don't know what they look like.
And
that's
so
even more
now
so.
the one
Wait,
a
wait,
new
I'm going to test this. I'm going to Google Snorlax right now.
so a
Well,
new part of
don't turn your
GVG
phone.
lore.
Do not turn your phone. That's a 4K camera.
A new part of GVG lore now is my the trauma I experienced. Google image searching Hatterene with no safe search on or anything.
I'm
So
a
thank you,
page in,
Flockscat.
and so far it's not bad.
Oh, sorry. Ditto M says it's pronounced Hat in Serene. Oh, is it okay?
Hatterene?
Oh, what it
Hold on,
is?
do I have safe search on?
I thought it was
Because
Hatterene.
I thought it was Hatterene as well.
I'm gonna say that Snorlax passes the wholesome test. I haven't found
Snorlax is
anything
a good boy.
objectionable
Well,
so far.
Snorlax is a good boy, but try searching Hatterene. You won't be.
How do you spell that?
HATTARENNE, I think.
It'll probably autocorrect anyways.
Yeah.
It's very specific.
Okay.
While you
so-
do that, Titus Malvolio, who has just recently rejoined the EP tier, by the way. Thank you so much,
Welcome
Titus.
back.
Welcome
Yeah,
to the school.
with $5 saying, happy to see the crew in one room together, and I can't wait to meet y'all at PAX tomorrow. I'll be the dude with the Evolution mask. Stay safe. Will you stay safe as well behind that Evolution mask? We are looking forward to meeting you tomorrow, and keep an eye on our Twitter for information on when we are going to have our meetup. But it will likely be tomorrow. So we're going to do an official fan meetup at PAX.
Yep.
And keep an eye on our Twitter, and we'll post in the Discord server too, of course, and let everyone know when and where we'll be meeting up.
I'm convinced I have safe search on. I didn't.
You
find anything
must, because
objectionable.
yeah,
I'm not going to go further down this rabbit
Ash.
hole, but
Don't.
just know that my
Don't.
phone is a good boy. Apparently.
yeah. Just be happy you didn't see what I
I
saw.
almost
Maybe
don't
I'll show you
believe
later.
you have safe search on.
I mean,
That's not
It's
something
hard
that-
to believe that you of all people would have safe
Yeah.
search on, but
I mean, I'm scrolling my phone.
no, I believe you.
I see
but
it, yeah.
I believe you.
I
All
have
right,
the wholesome version of Google. Apparently.
Okay.
Not the-
Synchrolord.
The W, not. A,
Synchrolord with $4.99 saying, sitting by the windowsill gives me war flashbacks of rabbit ear TVs. Nice. It's been a while since I've seen one of those. Rabbit ear TVs, man. That brings me
Yeah,
back.
Those little,
yeah.
yeah.
$5 from Black Ninja saying, hey, y'all, hope y'all are doing good. Have some good vibes. Well, right back at you, Black
Yeah.
Ninja.
Yeah.
Good
for you,
vibes
too.
indeed. We're so glad you all are with us for this special live group episode of TNT. This is awesome.
Absolutely.
This is
Yeah.
amazing.
So anyway, that's the story behind Hatterene and my trauma.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah, yeah,
It was.
yeah.
All right. So, do we have any more super chats? Or are
No,
we...
we're good. We're
good.
good
All
for
right,
now.
Well,
Yep.
thank you guys
Alright.
so much for your super chats. Y'all are incredibly generous, and it means the world to us. We couldn't do this without you guys showing us your support like this.
Yes.
But we all arrived here for PAX. So let's talk a little bit at the top of the show here about our experience at PAX. So if you don't know, the first thing Ash, Brandon, and I did when we hit the show floor at 9 a.m. was to just walk around and look at the state of things.
Yeah.
And it is certainly a state of things.
Well, even before 9 a.m., I would say, like the fact that we woke up a little later than intended. We were trying to get up around 6:15, 6:30. We woke up at 6:50 because, again, late night last night, and we were all thinking, oh, man, we have to get our badge. We have to get our COVID wristband.
Right.
You know, we're going to be on the show floor a little late. Not only were we there not a little late, we were there a little early even because there are so few people getting COVID wristbands and picking up their badges. I can't believe that we did all that and got Starbucks, by the way.
Yeah.
Got Starbucks in
Somehow.
nearby Sheraton. We did all that in like 35 minutes,
Yep.
probably. And that is unheard of at PAX. That never happens.
It really set the precedent for like that first opening hour.
Yeah.
For the media, because I don't know what I expected, but I didn't expect that level of barren.
Yeah, I mean, it is definitely a ghost town in PAX comparatively. Compared to other years, it is almost comical, like how sparse the show floor is.
Yeah.
Definitely go and watch our tour of it just to see what we're talking about, to get a visual to go with that. But I mean, the aisles are literally 5 to 6 times as wide as they normally are. There are no major AAA publishers on the show floor aside from Bandai Namco.
Yeah.
It's mostly just merch and indies, and you know, typically the stuff that lives on the, I want to say, what, 6th floor of the expo hall. That's
Yeah.
just nothing.
Yeah. No, like it's only tabletop stuff. It's
Yeah.
it's literally only tabletop RPG stuff on the 6th floor, and that room. that ballroom on the 6th floor is usually where all the really high-profile indies go, like Inti Creates and
Inti
Yacht
Creates,
Club.
Yacht Club, yeah.
Yeah, and like Untitled Goose Game was there a couple of years ago.
Panic usually has
Yeah,
something up there.
there's-
They showed Playdate there in 2019.
Right, and so there's usually a lot of really cool stuff up to see up there. But to this year, it's just tabletop RPGs. And if you love tabletop RPGs, that's great. They're still there.
But they're usually confined to like a series of just conference rooms.
right.
And
Not the entire floor.
to be perfectly honest, like tabletop RPGs aren't exactly what I'm coming to PAX for, and I'm saying that as a huge tabletop RPG fan. I don't want to be touching, board game pieces and figures and that kind of stuff. You could say the same thing about controllers, but it's a little less comfortable for me in a tabletop setting because you're touching more
Just
things.
everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not for
Yeah.
me.
No, it's not for me either, personally. But and even the main exhibit hall, the Sky Bridge is really the only thing that feels a little bit the same, and even that's obviously thinned out from what it normally is. But it was weird going to see where Nintendo and Sony usually are, and just seeing essentially a pared down indie mega booth. And look, we love indie games at Good Vibes Gaming, but even the indies here, there aren't as many.
Yeah,
like
there's
really
very few.
We saw, and we didn't play everything, of course. That's happening more tomorrow. But we literally saw everything on the show floor in about 20 minutes. I would say 30 minutes.
You could probably play everything in like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Just a day's worth of PAX, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really does feel like a PAX that, I mean, it makes sense because I've been saying that it feels like PAX is about 25% of the size of a normal show, and you really can get through it in 25% the amount of time as a normal PAX. Like, with a normal PAX, 4 days is just barely enough to get through and see everything and feel like you didn't leave anything behind or undone that you wanted to do.
Right.
But this show, it's you could probably pack it all into an afternoon if you really try. And it's unfortunate. I feel like it definitely kind of highlights the sad state of things out here. And I would say that despite all of that, despite it being a sparsely packed show floor, once they let the public in and once they started letting just everybody in, I didn't feel super safe. I definitely felt like there were too many people, and that's saying something because I was like, oh, God, like I don't know all these people. And one of the things is, so if you are vaccinated, you get this black wristband.
Right.
But if you're not, and they still let you in, even if you're not, you do have to have a negative COVID test, but they give you a paper yellow wristband.
Oh, I didn't know there's a
And
difference.
every time I saw one of those in the crowd, I was like, I'm walking
Wow.
far away
Yeah,
from
I didn't know about that difference, so that's good to know. I will be doing the same. I don't
I
want to
wasn't
be
even-
anywhere near that.
I wasn't even looking for those.
Yeah.
Just, the moment like we really walked out with the public after being in the media room for a while, it's like my heart sank a little bit. I was like, I am suddenly very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I think I've just tried not to think too hard about it. I think the more I think about it, the more uncomfortable I get. But I think mostly I've been thinking about just how, I've seen some people, like I tweeted out some pictures from the show floor, and a few people responded, understandably, like, oh, I wish I could go to PAX and have there be such small crowds and not such long lines. And I get that. I do get that take. I do. But at the same time, there's an energy, there's an electricity, a party-like atmosphere, a shared excitement at previous PAXs that just doesn't feel like it's there this year. It feels different.
Well,
and
there's definitely an air of trepidation around the whole thing.
Yeah.
I think everybody, even though, there are requirements to prove that you don't have COVID or that you're vaccinated, everybody does seem like a bit more nervous, which makes sense. Like, a lot of us have been at home for the better part of 2 years now, and we're all kind of coming back to do this, and there's definitely a feeling of like, oh, I definitely do not want to be near anybody outside of my group of people that I know and trust.
Right.
But Daniel, you were going to say something.
I was just saying, like, because this is the first PAX that I've ever been to. You guys were in media, so you guys were able to enter an hour early. I was waiting towards the general admission with your wife, and so even in that section, like, it was for any expo, like compared to any expo or convention I've been to, it was very empty. And even then, like, even with that empty space, it still felt kind of unnerving to be so close to just this mass of people. And then when we actually went inside, you would see like the people that were like all walking into, your typical like first moment of the con opening.
Right.
But I took a video of that and I shared that on Twitter, and a lot of people were like, that's what PAX looks like right now. Like, that's the opening hour. That gives me a perspective of like how much smaller this is compared to PAX at full capacity.
Oh, I mean, it's like night and day. And I mean, even night and day is kind of underselling it. It really is so different. And media hour is usually a mess. It's just a madhouse media hour. And this time it was just super orderly, super quiet.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just like run laps around the exhibit hall. There were so few people.
You could hear a pin drop.
Yep.
Yeah.
In that place.
If it weren't for us doing that kind of tour video that we wanted to do, we could have gotten a significant amount of what's available done in that hour period.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
It was definitely wild being in there. You know, one of the other things that I wasn't even thinking about until we were recording in the show floor and listening back to it is the fact that at a normal PAX, even if there was nobody in there, just the ambient, like the music from all the booths and all the sound effects from all the games would drown out your voice if you were trying
Yeah.
to talk in there.
Yeah.
It's like being inside a nightclub, really. Like, you know, just having to strain to talk to other people because of how loud it can be. It was dead quiet in there that
Yeah.
first hour. It was still really quiet. Like, I didn't struggle to hear anything anybody was saying, whereas, you know, Ash, at a typical PAX or a typical E3, you'll have to lean in close to your
Oh,
friends
yeah.
and like talk
Yeah.
in
Like,
their ear.
Shout at them so
Yeah.
they can just hear you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We were at, I'm sorry, I forget the name of the booth, but you were having a conversation with someone, and I was trying to listen, but
Same here.
but there
That
was the issue of, you know, do I lean in? I don't feel comfortable leaning
like
in.
how much
Right.
space is appropriate for this
Yeah.
kind of situation.
So I just kind of let you handle that, and if there was any questions, I was
Yeah.
there. But you know, we were kind of stressing about not having that cable for the Rodecaster microphone that you brought with for the camera, and we were
Yeah, we definitely didn't need it.
we didn't
Right.
And
Yeah.
that's what I was gonna say is I was surprised at just how quiet PAX is, at least you know this year. Definitely not what I expected, even at reduced capacity.
Yeah. And as Captain J Lineback in our chat says, I mean, PAX at full capacity in the current time would be a nightmare. And you're right. It would be.
Absolutely.
And none of us are saying, well, you know, boo on PAX for not for not making it a bigger event.
Oh,
This
God,
is
no.
what it should be this year. It's just, but I still can't not divorce my feelings from how it used to be. You know, I can't divorce my feelings from how it used to be from how it is now. It's still sad, even though it is appropriate, for sure. So, you know, it is just a function of the way things are this year. Hopefully things will slowly get better. We're looking at, you know, a slow return to relative normalcy, but it's just it can't help but be a little bit sad, even though it's obviously the right thing. Safety first, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we could talk for another hour about PAX and just kind of how jarring it is to be in a. I wish I could say post-pandemic, but a PAX
Not quite.
in the middle of a
Middle of it.
pandemic.
I will say the Tales of Arise demo kind of gave me flashes of what PAX is normally like because it filled up to capacity very quickly, even on Friday,
Yeah.
and they closed it by like 11
But-
or something.
Capacity is so much lower than
capacity
what
is
we're used
lower.
to, and
Yeah.
I mean, you know, one thing I'll say is that I saw the big Bandai Namco like booth, if you will, but even that was like a fraction of what Bandai Namco normally does. We're talking about the company that literally built Paozuyama in the middle of the show floor just to show off Kakarot and still had like 15 other games they were demoing at various stations. Whereas, you know, Bandai Namco's presence, while it is certainly the largest of the show, is 25 demo stations for Tales of Arise.
Right.
And that's it. There's literally nothing else. No big set pieces. Nothing extravagant. Just, you know, we brought a bunch of Xboxes and PlayStations, and you guys can play Tales here. And that's not a bad thing, but
they are giving away swag for anyone who finishes the Tales of Arise demo, which we're gonna.
no, they're entering you into a raffle or something.
Yeah, so it's a
Oh, so you don't even guarantee to get swag for.
Yeah,
like, that's
so-
so funny.
Yeah, when
That
you,
sucks.
so it's like a 20-minute demo. And when you enter it, when you beat the boss at the end of the demo, you get entered into a raffle, and they're gonna choose like 5 winners per day. So that's just,
that's not worth it.
I'm
mean,
still gonna try.
because it's
I'm
the
just gonna
same
get in
demo
there and
as
play
the home
Tales.
demo, right? It's the same one, I think.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I think it might, at least from what I played of it, it looked like it had the same areas in it. So
Really?
maybe, but
Maybe.
tomorrow is kind of our gameplay day. We did find a few indie games that looked really interesting to us, like Exophobia, Squish, Bark.
Yeah.
So we're going to be checking those out tomorrow. Hopefully, grabbing some footage for everyone on the channel. But so we'll be back throughout the show. But to be quite honest with you, everybody, we've seen and talked about the vast majority of what there is to see and talk about at PAX so far.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can
like
get the majority of packs just from one day. You can see everything in just one day.
I mean, obviously not including panels and stuff,
yeah.
but in terms of show floor content, we've seen pretty much all of
You've
it.
seen the show floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
yeah, it is really easy to get through this PAX in one day. But like I said, we could talk about PAX for the rest of the episode, but there is actually a lot of news that's happening outside of our little bubble here in
Yes.
Seattle. So let's go ahead.
We do have some super chats.
Oh
though.
yeah,
Yes.
please go ahead.
Mike F put me on blast here, trying to with $1.99, saying Google search results are personalized. Ash with a cowboy hat, smiling.
Ooh.
Okay, you
Getting
got me,
called
I
out.
guess, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to say other
Ash
than
has horny Google on his phone.
yeah, you got me. I don't know what to say other than I don't know why that came up, but it scarred me. And yeah, or maybe I just have a lower threshold of what I consider to be weirdly sexualized Pokemon designs. I don't know.
Sure,
But
Jan.
yeah, yeah, sure, Jan. Thank you, Mike F. Next is Luigi and Daisy 315. I love that name. Are you the same as Mega Man and Sonic 531? I feel like I just read that the other day. Anyway, Luigi and Daisy 315 with $5 saying, just for fun, who would win in a fight? Shadow from Sonic the Hedgehog or Rodon from Bayonetta?
Rodon.
Yeah.
Rodon's probably the right answer, but I have to go with Shadow just because I love doing his voice.
Rodon
So-
had a gravestone land on his head. And
Yeah.
just cracked
He was
in
just
two.
fine.
No, Rodon's probably the right answer, but it's Shadow for me. What about you, Steve?
I'm gonna go with Rodon because I
Yeah.
think Shadow would get killed by a Vespa going too fast.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, Rodon's probably the realistic right answer there. Thank you, Luigi and Daisy.
Yeah.
Next is $5 Canadian from Toasty O's saying, don't think of it as empty, think of it as intimate. Which, but when it's a
there's-
bunch of strangers who may or may not be vaccinated,
Yeah.
It's not, I don't really
I
want
don't
to be
wanna be that kind of
into it.
intimate.
I
That's
don't want that.
Last word I want.
I don't want that kind of intimacy.
Yeah.
Yeah. $2 from Rec BCQ who says, thought I'd curse you further, Bongo Renee. Oh my God, why? I know, just
getting too
from
deep.
you saying that, Rec BCQ,
not cool.
someone out there, a GVG fan, is going to do fan
Yeah.
art of
Some-
this, and I blame
Oh.
you. I blame you for this because
It
someone's going to
exists.
draw it now. Thank
No
you.
Rule 34 in the
Yeah.
Discord.
Next is Dark B Andy with $5 saying, I was at PAX West. It was underwhelming, but good news. I was at Pink Gorilla's booth and bought the only copy of Metroid Fusion on Game Boy Advance, the
Congrats.
cartridge.
Nice.
Nice.
I think we were at that booth.
Congratulations. Yeah, I think we were. And Dark B Andy, I don't know if you'll be back, but if you're going to be here through the weekend, let us know. We're going to have a meetup tomorrow. We'd love to meet you.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
let us know. Next is $5 Canadian from Bongo Lover, our good friend, saying, was there a Danimals booth? Did Danimals reveal their AAA Bongo Battle Royale where he would go against other yogurt brands? No, but we will try to find Danimals at the show and suggest that because that sounds kind of amazing.
Do other brands even have mascots?
I honestly couldn't tell you. I
Is
honestly,
there
yeah.
like a yogurt brand mascot hierarchy? If not, why haven't we done it?
I can only think of it, like the Trix
I'm
Rabbit.
pretty sure there's like a fucking penguin for one of them. I don't
There's
know.
the Trix Rabbit.
Trix
Te-
Rabbit kind of
technically.
man. Okay.
Trix
hold-
Rabbit has some problems though, man.
Yeah.
He's got
Yeah.
some problems. I feel like I felt a little bad, like some addiction going on there with the Trix Rabbit. I think.
But they won't just won't let him have it.
So I know because tricks are for kids.
That's not his fault.
That's yeah.
You
It's
can't
not.
enable the rabbit.
Yeah, that's a good point.
If I want to go to McDonald's and get a kid's meal, I'm gonna do it.
Wow.
Kids meals are for kids, Brandon. Come on.
Sometimes they have
at
Pokemon
heart.
cards.
I mean, that is true. $5 from Jenny Geist Gaming saying, just popping in from the media room to say that it was awesome seeing y'all today. I hope we have a chance to hang out again before the weekend ends. Well, same here, Jenny. It was great meeting you.
Hi,
I'm
Jenny.
glad. Yeah.
Hi.
Great
you're
meeting
enjoying
you.
PAX.
And
Thanks for
I
saying
do
hello.
hope we get to see you again before the show ends. And enjoy PAX as much as you can. And maybe we'll see you in the media room again or
Yeah.
cross paths on the show floor. And finally, $1.99 from Ashley Suzanne. Steve, you look hot. Miss you. With a
Oh
flame
my
emoji,
God.
so you know she
I'm
means
telling
it.
your wife.
Ooh.
No, I'm just kidding.
What's up, girl? How you doing?
Mike F says, I hope that's his wife, lol. Don't worry, it is.
Yeah,
it's
that's-
all
That's
good.
absolutely my wife. I miss you. I love you, babe. I'm having fun here in Seattle, even though you know all of the stuff we've suffered through.
Oh man.
Floxcat says, oh, I'm loving this Hatterene thing I've started. Thanks, Floxcat. I'm not, so thank you for that.
Thanks. I hate it.
yeah. All
what
right,
you've
so that's
done.
all we have for now.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it turns out that Sony, further driving in twisting the knife that they're not here at PAX, has decided today to announce that there will be a PlayStation showcase happening next Thursday on September 9th at 1 p.m. Pacific. It'll be 40 minutes long and feature plenty of great PS5 games from developers large and small, including PS5 games, including PlayStation Studios, but they specifically call out that there's going to be no news about PSVR 2.
Right.
And I gotta say, I don't care about PSVR 2. I'm just hyped to see what the next crop of PS5 games looks like, because Sony has been killing it. I feel like all their first-party content for the PS5 has been incredible.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to this. This will be, of course, a reaction stream. We will definitely be reacting to this.
Yes.
No worries. And I do care about PSVR 2, but I don't feel like it's. I wasn't expecting to see it yet, so I'm not like disappointed.
Right.
Like I want to see it.
What I mean is like
exactly.
I am really hyped for PSVR 2, but I'm not disappointed it's not at this.
Yeah.
I think that it's not time for it. I think that Sony still needs to get through the first year of the PS5's life, and I'm cool to see it in 2022 sometime. But I'm also not ready to spend another $400, I assume, on my PS5. You know, I already need to get a storage upgrade. I'm out of space. That's going to be a few $100. I'm cool with waiting for a headset a little while longer. But what I do think, I wonder what we'll see. I'm hoping that this isn't just updates on God of War and Horizon Forbidden West. I want to see a new game.
Yeah, what do we like? What titles. Is there? What are they going to have that we don't already know about? I totally agree.
I want Spider-Man 2.
Oh,
give me a brand new, full-on Spider-Man game. I don't care if you say it's coming in fucking holiday 2023. Just give me a teaser.
Yeah.
No, I'd lose my mind if Spider-Man 2 got announced. It's hard for me to think that would happen so soon after Miles Morales, but if it did,
I mean, but what is Insomniac working on now?
I mean, fair. That's fair.
We've got Ratchet and Clank. We've got Miles Morales. As far as they don't have anything publicly announced. And they prove that they can work on several projects at a time, several AAA quality projects. So it would make sense to me that probably, their teams have transitioned on to the next pair of projects and have been working on them for the better part of a year at this point.
Yeah. I know what you're going to get is Sony's been waiting for their moment. They know the next Smash Ultimate DLC character is going to be the last one. They're like, it's time. It's our moment. PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale 2.
The sequel.
All joking aside, I know it's not going to happen, but the thing that would just make me go over the moon if they showed it somehow was a third Parappa the Rapper game. I love that little dog, man. I feel like he should be in more PlayStation games. He was kind of like an early PlayStation mascot, and I miss him. I miss that side of weird vibey Sony where you got Parappa, Gravity Rush, Vib Ribbon, stuff like that. I want more of that stuff from them, and I know that's not what they are interested in doing. They're shuttering so many of their Japanese studios, but damn, that's what I want to see.
That sort of crazy originality is something that we just see so much more in indie games now. Like that's where we get that kind of energy from. Whereas we kind of know what to expect now from Sony, like the kind of titles they're going to show, the updates they'll show. But I am very interested in seeing what they're going to see that's just new, like what's coming in the future, but rather than updating games that we've already been hearing about in past presentations.
Right. I have a hard time thinking that we're going to see a whole lot that we haven't seen before. I think they're just going to hedge their bets on God of War Ragnarok. And
I would be down for some gameplay of that, though.
Yeah, because we haven't seen any yet.
Just seen like a title.
We'll probably get a new look at Horizon since they did just show off the all the collector's editions and everything. We'll probably get some new gameplay, I hope.
There might be a reminder about Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah.
Man, what if we got some kind of look at Dragon Quest 12?
I would cry.
I would be shocked if we did, though. I feel like Square Enix is going to keep that for themselves. Yeah.
I figure we're going to get a good look at Final Fantasy 16 probably sometime before the end of the year. I wouldn't be surprised if they take the lid off that a little bit because we've seen so little of it. We haven't seen gameplay. But I don't think it's going to appear at just a random PlayStation showcase. At minimum, it would be a proper state of play.
This feels like their E3 presence to me because they weren't really there at all, were they?
No.
Sorry, I'm just reading this next super chat when we get there. Just make me crack up.
Okay.
Nice. So we'll get to those in a minute. But what are the odds that we see something from Team Asobi? I mean, they recently got merged into PlayStation Studios.
Yeah.
And we've they've got to be working on like a AAA
Right.
Astrobot platformer. I feel like that
I love
has to be on the
Astrobot so
docket.
much.
I want to play Astrobot, the original, in PSVR so much. I've heard such amazing things. I didn't get to play it.
Me neither.
And Astro's Playroom is so good. And if any of you out there have a PS5 and you haven't played it because you think it's just a tech demo, fix that right now. Go play it. It's amazing.
Yep.
It is amazing.
It is so charming.
Yeah.
It
I
is.
love
It is Sony's Sony doesn't have a rep for pack-in titles, but among console pack-in titles, it is one of the best
The
ever
very
made.
best. Yep.
Absolutely.
Easily.
Yeah,
Easily.
and the thing I keep thinking is all they have to do is take the engine they already created, the assets they already made for Astrobot, and just make a whole bunch more levels that are longer.
Right.
I
Yeah.
would play
They have
the
a game ready.
fuck out of that game.
I want another game that utilizes the DualSense as well as Astro's Playroom did. And if
Yep.
it's just
Me
another
too.
Astro game, I'm
The dual-
super down.
The DualSense was used so well with
Yep.
like haptic triggers and just everything was so well done in that game. I want to see like an expanded proper sequel to it.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, that was my big next-gen light bulb moment, was when I played Astro's Playroom. Like, it looked
Yeah.
great, but when I felt those adaptive triggers for the first time, when you're doing the thrusters and the engine, I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
this feels next-gen. This feels different from anything that could be done on PS4, on
Yep.
the DualShock 4. So, man, I really hope we see something new from Team Asobi. I agree.
Yeah, I think Team
Definitely.
Asobi, I'll be interested to see. They officially announced that they acquired Blue Point, didn't they?
Yes, they did. No,
So-
not Blue Point.
Was it
they
Blue Point?
was it? No, it was someone else. I think it was part. Like they made the announcement that they acquire somebody else, but there was like a mistake made where maybe a Blue Point announcement is incoming.
Yeah.
Because there was a different image they shared or something by accident. But who was it that they? I can't remember. I can't
Yeah,
remember. Yeah,
I'm forgetting that. It was
I'm
somebody.
sure
no
people in our
offense.
chat will let us know.
Oh, it was Housemark. It was
Housemark,
Housemark,
right.
and then they
Yeah.
later tweeted out. So
Yeah.
I'm interested to see where Housemark is going after Returnal, especially now that they're officially a first party studio
Right.
under the PlayStation brand.
And Returnal also did really well with the DualSense.
Yeah,
They have
yeah.
really great
Returnal was a
haptics
great showcase
in
of
Returnal.
the DualSense.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit too early to see something from them. I think it's a bit too early. I'm
I think
hopeful
so.
we'll get news about Blue Point. But anyway, we have more Super Chat streets, so let's go ahead and get to those.
We do. So first is $4.99 from Fisto saying, "Give me Trix Rabbit versus Bongo versus Activia Probiotic Bowels."
What?
Wouldn't that be
in the
just
world?
Jamie Lee
I was
Curtis?
laughing.
Jamie Lee Curtis is the Activia mascot. She's a human being, but she's definitely also an Activia.
I'm going Activia, man. I'm going Activia.
She would
for,
definitely just
She would.
kick all the rest.
She
Yeah,
killed
definitely.
Michael Myers.
Exactly.
I mean,
I'm going
while
full
apparently
on
really
Activia
needing
for
to
that.
take a shit.
Thank you, Fisto. Master of Hamsters with $2 saying, "I want a GVG made cereal mascot tier list." So
Done.
That's a
that
video.
that has After Dark written all
that
over it.
that
no.
does, and which we will be doing tonight at 11 p.m. Pacific, by the
Yes.
way. Our first After Dark stream of PAX. Next is Darchi with $4.99. I have 100% confidence God of War will be at the show. Let us all manifest it into existence at the show. Hey, I know we'd all love to see it. I was never a big God of War fan before, but once they released the, not reboot, I guess soft reboot, Dad of Boy, I became a lot more interested in Kratos' character in that game. So I wasn't previously a God of War fan, but I am now with the new games they're doing. I like Kratos' new, character arc, I guess.
Me too.
Yeah. Next is RecBCQ again with $5 saying Sony is announcing a PS4 title called Being Able to Buy a PS5 Simulator.
It'd probably sell really well.
Yeah.
It probably would sell really well. Yeah, all the people who wish they could get PS5s and can't.
Oh.
We actually have a news story about that kind of coming up later. Grantles with $5 saying, "Hey guys, hope you're all doing well at PAX. Meanwhile, I'm at home, probably going to be installing Smash Ultimate mods all weekend." Nice. Hey, that sounds like a fun weekend to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Yes, there are a lot of really cool mods out
If you
there.
could, if you
time.
could get a bongo mod for Smash Ultimate, we will
Just replace-
absolutely share footage.
Replace
Yeah.
Diddy Kong with Bongo, and there you go.
I mean, I feel like, Diddy Kong's just ripe for
He'll
it.
just shoot the Danimals yogurt packets
Yeah.
out. It's
There we
like
go.
a pop gun.
Perfect.
Somebody
Quantum
make
physics.
this mod.
Yeah, right. I mean, hey, look, this whole thing came about from Bongo being in a Sega game, being Sonic Dash. Monkey Ball is getting a bunch of weird random characters. Monster Rancher, which we're going to be talking about later, but who knows? I mean, the crossover happened once before. Bongo could be on his way.
Oh man, if they do
a monkey
Bongo the
ball.
Danimals monkey, we have like it's free real estate for us. At
Oh,
that
we have
point.
we are honor bound to cover the hell out of Bongo gameplay.
I
if
mean,
that
they've
happens.
already extended beyond video
Yeah.
game characters with Hello Kitty, so I mean,
Exactly.
that's what
True.
could happen.
Yeah. Yeah. That is all the super chats for now.
All right. This next story is proof that Ash gathered the news.
Yes.
So
Yes.
apparently, it has been announced that Gunvolt Chronicles Luminous Avenger. I'm gonna say that's IX.
It's X.
Two?
It is X.
Yeah,
Weirdly
sure.
enough, it
'Cause
is X.
why not?
Because why not? Yeah.
X2 has been announced for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Colloquially known as everything except Stadia.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Ash, I'm just gonna throw this one to you, man, because I don't know anything about this.
Gotcha. So, as much as I love Inti Creates, Matt Papa, you're one of my favorite people in the industry. We're good buddies. Luminous Avenger, the first game was great. I mean, it was still a great game, but I'm not super excited about the sequel just because of the main character. It's a guy named Copen, who's not quite as outwardly horrifically racist in his own games as he is in the Gunvolt games, but if you've played the Gunvolt games, you know that Copen is he's an asshole, man, and he's very hard to like. That isn't the case in Luminous Avenger, but just because of my general distaste for his character, I can't say I'm like super hyped for X2 the same way I would be for something like Blaster Master 03, right?
Sure.
Or Gunvolt 3, which is coming out next year as well, I think like in summer. But it's still Inti Creates. I still gather the news. I love Inti Creates games. I love what they do. So I just wanted to let everyone know. Luminous Avenger X2 is coming out January 22nd, I think it was, 29th, 22nd. So, you know, the thing is, the character is hard for me to like, but his gameplay is really fun.
Nice.
There's a bit of a Mega Man X vibe to it where you're dashing into enemies and basically just tearing around the screen, all these screen-filling explosions and special attacks. It is about as anime as an action platformer can get, but, you know, if you know NT, you know they're all about anime. So, yeah, just wanted to throw that in there just to get us to a nice 5 news stories. We always love covering NT here on the channel. We're big friends of NT. So, yeah, just wanted to let you all know that X2 is coming out.
Nice.
Yeah.
So have either of you played?
I've played the original Gunvolt, the Switch release, and I haven't played 2 yet, but I did buy Luminous Avenger X, the original. It's just I haven't gotten to it yet. I got a big backlog, but I did really enjoy the first Gunvolt, so I'm kind of, you know, frothing at the mouth to get into the second one.
Nice.
Yeah,
How about you,
I'm
Dan?
pretty much in the same situation as Brandon. Like I played the first, but I haven't really have the time to get into the next entries into the series just because backlogs.
Yeah,
Right.
It's
It's like
always
there's so many,
backlogs.
and
Totally.
there's just so much coming out now that it's like it just gets further and further away, and I just feel like I need to just buckle down and get to it soon.
Right.
Same.
But yeah, totally love their games. NT Creates is a wonderful studio.
Yeah, and as RC says in the chat, the Copen in X is a lot more likable than he is in Azure Striker 2, and I would say 1, and that's true. I think Inti Creates kind of realized that they would have to make him just a bit more likable than he is in the main Gunvolt games to be able to anchor an entire series around him. So, should be fun. The first game was a lot of fun, too. So, you know, just keep it coming, Inti. I love the kind of games you make. We all do. So, good stuff.
Yeah.
We do have one more super chat before we move
Nice.
on. Alan Wilkinson with a £2 donation saying, buy a PS5 simulator only on Stadia.
Oh god.
Ouch.
Whoa.
Wow.
Ouch.
I could honestly believe that though, like some indie making a game that's a total jab at PlayStation and Stadia hosting it for because they're petty.
Yeah. By the
well-
way, sorry, Steve, 1 second. I've seen a few people asking, no, Derek, where's Derek? Trust me, we wish he could be here as much as you do, but he is at home. He couldn't make it out to PAX, unfortunately. He's with his family. So we miss him just as much as you do, but he will be back next week on TNT, so don't worry about that. He's doing fine.
Let the man have a night off.
Yes, exactly. And
I've replaced
I've
him.
seen a few of you say that it's hard to hear us, and we're sorry about that. We know that it could be hard to hear us a little bit, but that's just because of the setup. There's not a whole lot we can do about it, unfortunately.
Oh, we're trying.
We're basically swallowing these mics at this point, as you can see how close we are to them. So sorry about that, but that's why we're not raising our levels. And yeah, that's
Well,
it.
Our producer is signaling that she has some information to share.
Ooh, okay.
Do you want me to try to fix it?
I haven't seen that many complaints.
I think we're
I
good
think
I haven't
we're
seen any,
probably,
but I'm not reading the chat.
and I'm a little worried about something going wrong. It just would be sad if yeah.
I mean, if we're within the yellow on OBS, then I would say we're fine. You know,
If you need me to yell, just tell me to start shouting.
Jason, you're pretty good.
Okay.
Just keep
All right.
We're tickling the yellow.
We're tickling the yellow.
Oh,
Giving it a
That
little-
sounds
giving it a
dirty.
It's
little
not 11
tease.
p.m. yet, Brandon.
I'm
Come
sorry.
on.
All
Come
right,
on.
well, I'll tell you what. This is the first stream of many that we're doing here from PAX. We will be back at 11 p.m. tonight after this show's over, and we'll do some adjustment between then. You can let us know how you feel about it, but for now, we're gonna just keep going the way we are. Yeah, it's definitely what you don't know is that these mics are super helpful. We're blasting a fan in this room, which is keeping us from becoming puddles. Anyway, so our third news story is one that again just kind of came out of nowhere.
Right.
Nintendo just in the middle of the night at like 2 a.m. of course, like after we all go to sleep, decides to announce that Big Brain Academy. Brain versus Brain is coming out for Switch on December 3rd. And
Right.
this is wild. So I just, for those of you that are wondering, I wasn't just looking at my phone during the Luminous Avenger story because I was uninterested. I was watching the trailer because I haven't gotten to see it yet. And I got to say, one, I love Big Brain Academy.
It's
Big Brain
fun.
Academy is
Yeah.
silly fun, you know, that is semi-educational in nature. And I like the idea that it's now like a competitive multiplayer game. I think that that's a really interesting lean on it. Although I will say this, I noticed one thing in the trailer that I thought was bullshit,
Uh-oh.
and it's that each player gets to choose their difficulty independent of each other. And I'm like, what kind of a match is that?
I mean, I guess that's nice. I guess you can just have a gentleman's agreement, like we all play the same
Oh, yeah.
difficulty. But yeah.
I think that's more like a parent and child.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
what they
that makes
showed in the
sense.
trailer. They showed a parent. I'm not letting my kids off easy. And be like, you're not as smart as me. You'll never be as smart
Oh
as me.
man.
Wow.
Wow. Some
Down
brutal
solid.
Big Brain Academy, man.
Beat me when you go to college, kids.
Wow.
Big brutal Brain Academy, I guess. Damn. But no, I used to play Big Brain Academy multiplayer with friends in college, and we, between rounds of like Mario Party or Smash, it's fun. It's just kind of weird.
I love
fun.
how Ash brings down the vibe. He's like 1v1 me in Smash. And then Big Brain Academy. I'm going to fuck you up in fighting games
1v1
and
me.
basic arithmetic.
I mean, I didn't say I always won in Big Brain Academy. To be fair, Smash I did, but Big Brain Academy, like
I
If
feel
you
like
wanna
that's
play
just like an insult at the end of a gaming session.
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm going to prove that not only am I better at general video games than you, but I'm also at least a little bit smarter than you.
just a little bit.
So someone who doesn't have a lot of experience with Big Brain Academy, like who's the audience for this exactly? Clue me in.
This is
like-
this is definitely a shot at the blue ocean Wii
Yeah.
casual market. And
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
I don't dislike it, honestly. I feel like there is
Yeah.
kind of a dearth of those types of games on the Switch. I love the fact that I can play Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest and Zelda and Mario and, all the stuff that as a hardcore gamer I really enjoy, but I do like the idea that they're going to start kind of slipping in these more casual, like laid-back experiences that, haven't really had a home since the Wii. I think that it's really cool to see these making a comeback.
Yeah, I agree. I would qualify that with it would be even cooler if another forgotten series back on the Wii, well, it had a 3DS entry as well, was also remembered for the Switch. Rhythm Heaven Nintendo. Come on, damn it. I want a new Rhythm Heaven game so badly.
The wrestling.
We'll get there
guys-
eventually.
Squeeze that in.
The wrestling guys, the new WarioWare.
Wait, the same one?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I knew
Yeah,
that.
with the reporter.
Is it the actual same wrestler?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the
Yep.
reporters in it too.
Why? Why would they do this? That actually hurts me.
what's up with
There's
that?
a stabbing feeling in my heart right now.
I didn't. I thought we
I
had the opposite
didn't know
effect. I'm
that.
sorry.
Oh.
I mean, it's
Oh,
cool.
no.
No, it's
I mean,
cool,
same.
but I just want a new Rhythm Heaven game, Nintendo. I mean, come on. Well, we got WarioWare, we got Big Brain Academy. It's got to be coming eventually, right?
I will say that WarioWare is delightful so far.
it's
And
the demo's
Yeah,
fun.
we played
yeah,
the
I was
demo.
gonna say
Fun.
we're clearly not playing like the unreleased game, but the demo is really fun. Like I've enjoyed playing it. I've played it with my kids. I've played it with my wife. It's just a damn good time. I'm really excited to play the full game when it comes out. What, in a few days?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
But as
Yeah,
far,
September. My birthday actually, September 10th.
as
Nice.
As far as WarioWare and Rhythm Heaven goes, don't they like alternate those releases?
They do. They seem
or
to.
less.
So yeah. So I mean,
So Rhythm Heaven
maybe that
should
means
technically
it's
be next. Yeah.
I hope so.
I mean,
It should have been next. I mean, we have.
Hopefully.
We
I know
have WarioWare
Tsunku has said
Gold.
he's up to make a new game. He wants to do it. So I just hope.
I could
I'm
be wrong.
hoping.
Aren't we on our second WarioWare release?
We have
Technically,
WarioWare
counting
Gold.
WarioWare Gold.
Well, that was 3DS.
Didn't Mega
Well,
Mix
yeah,
come-
but still.
Wait, did Gold come out
Technically
after
a
Mega Mix?
new collection title still.
I did. I think it did.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay, I
believe
guess
so.
I'm wrong then. Well,
Oh.
my bad.
The clock
Oh.
goes tick tock until it ticks twice.
And Mega Mix itself too was kind of a compilation release. It had new content,
some new ones,
but
yeah.
but it wasn't like a full-on new game.
Well,
and-
yeah, but so was
Gold
Gold.
was,
Gold
yeah.
was a
Oh, that's true. Gold
compilation.
was a compilation.
Yeah.
Okay, then I guess that doesn't count. I guess. But come on, just give me a new Rhythm Heaven, Nintendo. Come on, I promise.
I believe.
I'll buy more than one copy just to make up for the fact that it's not the most
I'll
popular
buy a
series.
copy, and
I'll
I've never
buy.
played a Rhythm Heaven game.
Oh, it's such a good. That's the thing about like why I want one on Switch specifically is because Rhythm Heaven Fever on Wii proved that it's such a great party game. It's such a fun game
Yeah,
to just
it really
look at,
is.
and people are like, oh, I want to try that. That's pretty cool. But playing it on 3DS, it just isn't the same. So I kind of want another one where we can play on TV and get other people into the
Yeah.
action. It's a
Mega
lot of
Mix
fun.
also had a great 4-player mode.
It did. Yeah.
And I'd love to have that on a TV.
Oh, me too.
I have
be
to
great.
wonder though, like with these traditional party games, is Nintendo holding them back or choosing not to fully develop them because of the current state of things? I mean, it is
Possible.
really hard to push a couch co-op game when you can't invite people to sit on your
Yeah.
couch.
And I mean, look, I like as much as of a Rhythm Heaven fan as I am. I know it's not the best-selling series. There's not a whole lot in it for Nintendo compared to many of their other IPs. I get that reality. It's just I want one. I'm selling. I want what I want. I can't help it.
Yeah.
Now is the time
Yeah.
for Nintendo to make another Punch-Out.
Ooh, that'd be nice
I've
too.
been frothing at the mouth since Punch-Out Wii came out. That game is absolutely fantastic.
It's a
Yeah.
great game.
Level 5 is
Great game.
incredible at their animations, and I want to see what I mean, if they get level 5 to do it again, like
Wasn't it
What?
Next Level?
or next level.
I think
Oh,
you're
wait.
right. Next level.
Shoot, all right, it was next level.
And they just wrapped up Luigi's Mansion, like 2 years ago now?
Yep.
So
So yeah, I wonder what
I
the
mean-
What
world-
are they up to?
I'll
Yeah.
hope and pray.
Skyward Sword proves that you can replicate the Wii's motion controls with Joy-Con to an acceptable degree.
True.
I wouldn't play that game with with motion controls if
Oh, I
you
know.
wanted to,
Oh.
if you killed me for it.
That's so funny because I highly prefer playing Skyward Sword HD with motion
Oh
controls.
no, Punch Out.
Oh, Punch Out.
Out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Punch-Out on the Wii sucked with motion
That's
controls.
what I'm saying,
I
yeah.
gotcha. Yeah.
I'm just saying if that's the hill that Nintendo is choosing to
Oh,
die
okay.
on for
I
porting
gotcha.
Punch Out,
Right,
or
right.
making a new one, they can do it. No one will use it, but they can do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I would love to see a new Rhythm Heaven game. I'm excited to see Big Brain Academy on the Wii.
Me too.
I'll definitely be picking it up
on the Switch, you mean?
or on Switch.
On the
yeah,
Wii.
on the Wii. Bring me another Big Brain
Releasing.
Academy for the Wii. That would be a real power move. Like Nintendo's
Yeah.
like,
Steve goes
let's see
to
who
the
the real
Walmart
fans
bargain
are.
bin.
Yeah.
for a $5 Big Brain Academy on Wii.
I would, man, if I could get any Nintendo first party game for $5, I'd do it.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Nintendo would
That'd be
probably
serious.
still be
Galaxy
selling
Brain
that for
move.
$50.
I don't know if Sticker Star. I don't know if I want to get that for $5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want anyone to get that for
I
any
bought
price.
Codename Steam at GameStop. I think it was for 11 cents.
Oh my god.
It was so
Wow.
funny. I went, and Derek would tell you this if he was on the show, but I went to that developer roundtable where that E3 with Derek when they revealed Codename Steam, and he was so excited about it, and I swear to God, I was so happy for him because I didn't see anyone else in that room who was excited about it, but he thought it was the coolest thing.
I want to know what about that appealed to Derek.
I
He's
don't.
like,
I do too.
Abraham
I
Lincoln.
do
I've
too.
been
I have
waiting
no
for this.
idea because I was like, and to be fair, it was because it was at the end of an E3 day, so I was already tired. But I was like fighting to stay awake. I felt really guilty, and Derek was just so engaged, and I'm like, I guess
There was also some some rumblings about it maybe being like Majora's Mask
or Metroid.
or Metroid.
Yeah, and I think there was some disappointment there when it wasn't, which it shouldn't have been disappointment because there was no, they were just rumblings that had no
Yeah.
basis in
Yeah.
fact.
I had to double check just to make sure I wasn't wild about thinking Abe Lincoln was in Codename Steam. He is.
He
Oh, he
which
is.
technically means that Abe Lincoln could be the final Smash DLC character.
Can you imagine?
he's in that game with Martha
I mean,
Knight.
Abraham
I just-
Lincoln.
yeah, I
It's
just
the Fire
want
Emblem characters.
Xander Moba's Abraham Lincoln.
Honest Abe.
Are you sure? This is kind of weird. Why not Goku?
Oh man.
Give me Herlock Sholmes.
Lincoln.
Oh yeah.
Show.
Yeah.
No, I want legit just Sakurai to put an actual real living human. Well,
Just put
Dead
himself
human.
in. Sakurai.
Sakurai.
Would you get, if you got Abe Lincoln in Smash, would you get a spirit board battle against John Wilkes Booth?
Oh no!
Whoa.
It's
Okay.
me, Gunner, with a
Whoa,
mustache.
it is not 11 p.m. yet, Steve. I've had to remind both of you we're not spicy yet.
Attack power
Damn.
200% from behind.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna instant transmission out of this building.
Yikes.
I'm just saying.
Wow. Well, on
Well,
that note, we
yeah.
do have some super chats.
I'm sorry.
So we have
Are you?
I don't know if you are. That didn't sound like a
I'm
genuine
really not.
apology. So we have $5 from Floxcat again. Thank you so much. Saying, I just jokingly realized, seeing I've played Blaze Blue. 9 the Phantom is like Hatterene. Also, dip Hatterene yogurt in yogurt if you want. I do have a deviant art. I don't want to see Hatterene in yogurt. I don't really want to see Hatterene ever again in any context, really. But
play Pokemon
but because you said that, Floxcat, I'm relatively certain someone's going to draw not only Bongo Rene but now Hatterene dipped in yogurt. Thank you for that.
We're mixing too
Thank
many
you.
memes together.
Yeah, thank you for the super chat. You're incredibly generous.
Yes.
and
These memes are
I appreciate
mutating.
you fueling Ash's nightmares.
Yeah, thanks for that. Appreciate it. I'm sleeping on the floor tonight, I think. That's going to make it even harder. Thanks. Jaden Buck with $2 saying, I guess you could say Derek is swamped right now. And that goes in hand in hand with our next super chat. Rec BCQ again with $5 saying, Derek is Shrek right now. I've played Shrek before. I'm practically the same thing. So if anyone's seen Derek's Twitter today, he has indeed spent the day being turned into Shrek. He's got the green face paint and everything. I don't know the context. I'm not sure why he's doing it. I don't know.
Do we want to find out?
Probably. He's playing Shrek on stream,
yeah,
right,
he's
on
the
his
stream.
channel.
Is
Yeah.
it specifically Shrek 2?
Yeah, I think he was torturing himself by playing Shrek 2 on his channel today. And so I guess
Yeah.
he went full on. I have a feeling that wasn't his idea. I'm pretty sure it was Amy.
Yeah,
It's
I'm pretty
ogre
sure.
now.
It's
It's
ogre.
all over. I'm not
That's
su-
that's Shrek's splash screen
Yeah.
for
I'm
Smash.
I'm not sure if Derek had to bite the raw onion or not. He had to meet a certain goal to have that happen.
I wonder if he
I don't-
did.
I don't know.
Either way, I'm pretty
I hope
sure.
not.
I'm pretty sure Amy was the one with the idea of.
Oh, it
making
definitely
him look
was.
like Shrek. Yeah,
It definitely was.
yeah. Rec BCQ and Jaden Buck, thank you both so much for the super chats. Next is Luigi and Daisy 315, allaying my fears, saying with $5, saying, by the way, it is me, Sonic and Mega Man 531. I just like to change my icon and name once in a while, so don't worry, Ash. Well, thank you for assuaging my fears. I really appreciate that. Good to know that Sonic and Mega Man is not gone, and thank you again, Luigi and Daisy. Really appreciate it. And next is $5 from Seesaw24, saying, fun fact, the composer of Codename Steam, Yoshito Sekigawa, went on to be the lead composer of Paper Mario the Origami King. I
wow.
did not know that.
That
and
soundtrack kicks ass.
yeah, the
That's a
Origami
glow up.
King soundtrack is like fucking top notch. Like maybe the best in the series, and that's a high bar to clear.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for that factoid. I didn't know that, Seesaw. I really appreciate that. And finally, Santi the person with $2 saying, why didn't Marth prevent Lincoln's death? Because Marth is playable
Yeah.
in Codename
Oh.
Steam. I know, he could have. Why? Come on, Prince of Altea. Why didn't you?
Just give him the tipper. It would have been over and
Is it
instant.
Altea? Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Is
I
it-
think you
okay.
did,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Thank you so much, Santi the person. And
Just for Santi's sake, it's Santi.
oh, Santi. Oh,
He's
thank
a friend
you.
of mine.
Oh, good to know. Santi the person. I apologize. Thank you for letting me know that.
You're welcome.
Is Santi an actual person?
Yes.
You sure?
It's not Tails in the Avatar. Santi is a human being.
I feel like when you go out of your way to let people know you're a person, you might not be a person.
Sorry, Santi.
That's just like everyone that was disappointed that I wasn't actually a bird.
I'm
still not convinced you aren't.
I still remember
I
how.
just flew in from the Bay Area.
oh boy, am I
Boy, are my arms
what
tied.
does it humans have arms? Yeah.
I still
They
genuinely.
love that joke.
I still genuinely remember how absolutely floored I was when I found out that our beloved community member Rob Arman X was not that his name actually isn't based on Rockman X. It's a completely different story.
That's
and
a betrayal.
I know I felt like low key betrayed, but then we talked about it. It's all good. We love Rob. We love you to death. But
Yeah.
But I was genuinely shocked. Like, oh, Arman X, obviously Rockman X. I could not have been more wrong. Could not have been more wrong.
Oh, Santi
Understandable.
clarifies that Santi is in fact not a person.
Oh, okay.
Oh
See?
my god.
So you were lying to us then, is
I-
what
yeah, what
Santi's
the hell?
saying.
What?
I'm being betrayed.
Santi the person is in fact 3 dogs in a trench coat.
We are caught up on Super Chats, by the way. So,
Awesome.
yes.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Well, are you
Well-
ready for some bad news?
No.
Oh.
Well, too bad, because our next story is a fucking downer.
Yes, it is.
And this comes courtesy of Takashi Mochizuki from Bloomberg. I'll read the tweet first because it kind of encapsulates the story nicely. But it says, game console supply for coming holiday season and even next year doesn't look good. If you are planning to buy the Switch OLED model, be sure to get the first batch. And this
Oh.
Wow.
basically, it comes down to Toshiba. So if you want to be mad at anyone, be mad at Toshiba, who did not sponsor this episode. Toshiba is warning that a power chip supply is going to remain tight for at least another year. These are basically they're what regulate voltage inside electronics. So, and they're in everything from the Switch to the PS5 to the Xbox to computers, you name it. And without them, even though they're cheap, little inexpensive parts, your console will fry. And so without those, you just can't produce hardware. So people are saying that supplies are going to remain constrained. First it was GPUs, then it was CPUs, then it was GPUs again.
Such
now
a
it's just random.
shame.
Well, how long until we see people scalping power supplies
Oh,
on
God.
eBay?
Oh,
But
God.
yeah,
This
it,
sucks.
It
It-
never
it-
ends.
Amazing.
it
how this
feels
keeps
like
happening.
the pandemic has affected every part of the supply chain for
Yeah.
electronics, and we just keep finding new components that are hard to get our hands on.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, it's a huge bummer. I mean, I feel bad for folks. You know, we talked about people that can't buy PS5s. You know, I personally have been holding off on getting a second one for like downstairs so that I could have one in the living room for everybody to use. And every time I see them come up for sale, they're gone in seconds.
instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just
Yeah.
crazy to me because as long as this keeps happening, as long as these shortages for whatever components exist, we're going to be paying for, we're going to have scalpers just selling these things at a ridiculous premium.
I'm sure all of our fans out there are playing their tiny white violins for you for not being able to get a second
Hey,
PS5.
no, to be clear, I'm choosing not to try to get one
Uh-huh.
until supply
Gotcha.
evens out.
Presonus Audio Electronics in the chat says, yeah, we're not having fun with supply either.
Oh, well, hey,
Okay,
thank
guys.
you so
Oh, hey,
much,
thank you for
Personas, for
being
joining
here.
the chat.
Yeah.
We're thrilled to have you here. Your PD70s sound great.
Hell yeah, they do.
Uh,
Thank you so much for being
yeah.
here with us and for supplying us with this amazing tech. We really appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
guys, I can't stress enough. Thank you to Personas for supplying us with these mics. We would not be able to do a stream where 4 people are in one room talking so close to each other
No, we
and have
couldn't.
it sound good without these amazing microphones. So thank you to them for helping us get this sorted. But back on topic, yeah, it is kind of an industry-wide thing. Like, you wouldn't think that a microphone even, would be subject to this type of stuff, but almost every electronic device, even if it doesn't plug directly into a wall, has these power regulators in them. And it's just wild to me that little cheap component
Yeah.
is now what's causing people to be unable to get a PS5 or, if what Mochizuki from Bloomberg is saying, that we're going to see Switch shortages, which hasn't really been a thing so far.
Yeah.
It's still been pretty easy to walk into a store and find a Switch. We had like a blip there where Animal Crossing just caused
I was going to say,
people
yeah,
to
Uh-huh.
buy up all the
Shortage.
hardware, but it's been probably a year since we've had that issue.
Right. I feel like the Switch OLED's going to be really hard to find. It's just going to be. Fortunately, I'm not trying to get one. I don't play my Switch on handheld mode enough for it to feel worth it. But I am angling to get an Xbox Series X later this year for Forza 5, and I know they're not as hard to get as PS5s, but they're still not easy to get. So that should be a journey in itself. But it sucks. I wish people who want the consoles they want could get them. It's just a shame. I still to this day talk to a few people, including my own friends, who really want a PS5 and just. If you follow Wario64, turn on notifications, you're going to get one eventually, but you have to be ready at all times of day to just
Yeah.
jump on it and go for
Yeah.
it. And it shouldn't be like that. So it's a shame, but through September of next year, that's
That's a long.
Yeah.
it's a year from now. I mean, geez.
I mean, we'll
it's a shame.
be 2 years into the console generation almost
Yeah.
with massive shortages
shortage.
still.
Right.
I've never seen a situation like this in all the years that I've been the one going out and buying consoles. I feel bad for all the parents out there that are trying to pick these up for their kids and trying to, kids. Well, one, I'm jealous of kids that their first console is a PS5. Like,
Seriously.
you're a spoiled child. But
I'm going to say, actually, you know what? I'm not. I'm really so glad and thankful I grew up during the age of games that I did, because I feel like I wouldn't be able to appreciate games like Chrono Trigger, classic Mega Man X, if I'd grown up with a PS5, right?
absolutely.
And I know that's not always true. I know there are kids today growing up with modern consoles who can appreciate classic games. But I think about that sometimes where I'm like, I really grew up at the perfect time, like mid to late
pretty
80s,
much-
90s.
Pretty much grew up with the consoles as they evolve as well.
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
much.
Yeah.
exactly.
That's true. I mean, I can definitely see that as far as, we got to see gaming go from pixels to polygons now to like photorealism, right?
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
mean, I will still say there's a soft spot in my heart for all the parents that are out there just trying to get these things for their kids, or even the adults like us out there just trying to get one to have fun with,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
having to either just be obsessive about it in a way that nobody should need to be, or paying scalpers ridiculous markups. I just wish that, I hope that everything gets back to normal and people are just able to walk into a store and buy the console they want.
I mean,
Brandon
we were
will tell you.
surprised that, at that Amazon store we were just at, there was a Series S just sitting on the shelf.
Yeah, we walked in. We're in
interesting.
Amazon's backyard.
Yeah.
So we walked into an Amazon store to buy some stuff for the show tonight, and they just had a Series S sitting out there. You could pick it up and buy it, and that was the first time I've seen a next-gen console just available to buy.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah. Wow.
almost a year later. So it is crazy to me to think we're at the 10-month mark, and I just now saw my first next-gen console in the wild.
That's wild. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Wow.
either way, if you want a Switch OLED, try to get one now, I guess. If you want a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series, expect to continue to struggle with that, which is really unfortunate. I feel like every few months we kind of expect this to let up, and then we just get news that it's going to continue.
Yeah.
So hopefully this
Yeah.
ends well before that year mark. But yeah, like Ash said, turn on notifications, follow Wario64 if you really want one of those consoles, and just for the love of God, do not pay a scalper.
Please
if you
don't.
not-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please
It's
don't
not
play it.
worth it.
Yeah, it's not worth it. It's just, and supporting that kind of practice isn't worth it either.
Yeah.
Now that said, if I didn't have a console that like they announced and released a third Chrono game for, I might not be able to put my money where my mouth is. So, I understand out there if there are, some of you out there who are like, I have to play this game. It's my favorite series. But in general, yeah, don't support scalpers. Scalpers suck.
Yeah. So do we have any new super chats?
We do. We have a couple more. $2 from Late Night Sprites. Thank you so much. Saying with late night streams means more hot chicken.
Oh,
This
God,
time,
no.
probably not.
Oh God, no.
Because
wanna
we're
die.
working a show. I don't think we want to put ourselves through that kind of
Right.
dietary hell. But we'll do others. We'll find some other challenges to be fun. I'll probably have some beer on hand at least or something. But no bodily harm this time.
Yeah,
with spicy chicken.
Yeah, we took
Probably
Ash out for
not.
nearly an entire day with that. With
Yeah.
those shenanigans.
So yeah, probably not that, but we'll still have a lot of fun. It'll still get spicy in different ways. Don't worry. But just no suffering with dangerously spicy chicken on stream this time. $5 more from RecBCQ. God, so thank you so many donations. My parents are trying to buy a car currently. They were told new cars aren't being made due to a chip shortage. Even cars are affected.
Wow.
It's not just gaming. It's everywhere.
That makes
This-
sense. I
yeah.
mean, so all cars like standard by standard have like a computer in them at this point.
Right.
So that makes sense.
Well, RecBCQ, you donate all the time. Thank you so much.
Super generous.
Yeah, thank you.
Um,
You're a super chatter.
Hell yeah. And finally, actually, two more. $5 from Grey Willow Gaming saying, not where I am in Wyoming. I haven't seen a Switch in stock since the peak of the pandemic.
Wow.
Really?
That surprises me. I'd see Switches pretty much everywhere,
Yeah.
despite how well they're selling.
We just saw, two? There was a regular and a light, both at that Amazon store.
No, we saw several. They had the regular, they had the light, and they had the Animal Crossing edition still.
Wow.
In
Damn.
stock?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just sitting on the shelves in that Amazon store. They had actually a wall of Switch consoles and accessories. Most of them behind glass, which makes sense. But
Right.
what was weird was they had their Switch stuff behind glass, so you had to get help. But you could just pick up a Series X and walk
Right.
out.
Yeah. Well, that's
or
really
Series S.
That's
sorry.
unfortunate, Grey Willow Gaming. I didn't know they were that hard to find in some places, but that's good to know. By the way, I see a few people, Captain J Lineback and Boltmouse X. Please don't get drunk and wasted at PAX. Maybe drunk stream isn't a good idea. Don't worry, that's not what I was talking about. We're not going to get wasted on stream. That's not what GVG After Dark's about.
Yeah, we've
We're
never
not gonna
done
get
that. We're never
trashed.
going to.
Yeah, don't worry. The most we've ever done is had a beer every time we hear world premiere, or a sip of a beer, I should say. Every time we hear
if we had a
world
full
premiere,
beer
that
every
would be a
time,
problem.
That would be.
Yeah,
we
but
would need to go to a
that's the only
facility.
thing we've ever done related to beer. Yeah. A couple more super chats to go through. First is $10 from Lizard81288 saying, "What do you think of China's 3-hour limit on video games if you are 18 or under? You can only play video games on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for 1 hour each from 8 to 9 p.m. And first of all, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate that.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you brought this up because we didn't really have a chance to get into one of our main news stories. But, I mean, China gonna China, I guess, right? I mean, that's
It's
really
draconian.
restrictive. It's incredibly draconian. It is so restrictive. And, I mean, I get wanting to curb addiction. Of course.
As an educator, like, oh, Chris, can you hear me?
Yeah,
as,
sure.
As an educator, I actually like that idea.
Get on the mic.
I am on the mic. There you go. Does that work? Okay.
Our producer.
Hello, I am Mikhail Miracle.
Inside voice.
You start
or
screaming on the
outside
mic,
voice.
though.
Louder, son.
Scream.
No, it's as an educator, I really enjoy hearing that because how much students have to do with homework or even during this pandemic or remote learning, depending on how it is with the rest of the world. So I think that's a swell idea and good on China for that. And I wish America could do that sometimes.
It would
But-
take like 60% of
See-
a year to finish a 100-hour RPG.
Yeah, that is true.
My
Here, I'll
God.
pass the mic back.
Yeah, for me, as a parent, I feel like I hate pulling the like parental freedom card, but I'm gonna pull it, and the reason why is and I think that there are definitely issues when it comes to how parents engage with the content their children consume. I mean, that's, why the ESRB exists. That's why all these
Yeah.
other things came into being, is because parents don't accept responsibility for the things their children watch and play.
Exactly.
But as a parent who understands video games, I do set limits for my kids, in terms of what they can do, but I'm also opposed to the idea of the government setting those on my behalf. Like, I feel like if I understand my kid and I understand what they're doing, and I know that, okay, my kid is on spring break, they should be able to play Mario Odyssey for more than an hour a day on their vacation, right? Or hey, my kid did really something really awesome, like they took out the trash without being asked, or they did something cool. I want to be able to say, like, oh, hey, you've got more game time because
Right.
you did the things you were supposed to do without me having to get on you about it. As it stands, my kids are allowed an hour a day every day, but it's on me to make sure that they've done their homework and that they've done their chores and that I'm holding on to their Switch physically until they've done the things they need to do to earn their playtime. And then once they have their time with their Switch, I've just got parental controls, and it says, like, oh, hey, you've got an hour, and I'm just going to shut off when you're done.
Right.
And I think that should be the way that parents should do it. If you're going to let your children of a certain age play games, and I would say that age is under 10, right? Like, when I was 13, I was just, if my mom said no more Super Nintendo, I'm like, I know how to hook this shit up, Mom. I'm going to my friend's house.
Yeah.
His mom doesn't care at all.
No, I mean, I'm glad you said that because that's what I was going to say. Like, I totally get, limits for kids and stuff, but parents should be parenting and setting those limits themselves. That shouldn't be on the government. I don't want the government telling me how many hours a day my kids can play games. Now, the problem is not all parents parent.
Right.
And as you said, that led
Right.
to the proliferation of the SRB and such like that. And there are kids, are kids these days, today, who are allowed to play Grand Theft Auto at really young ages, and they probably
yeah.
shouldn't be. But at the end of the day, though, whether I feel like that's too draconian or not, and I think 3 hours a week is a little bit too draconian, either way, it shouldn't be the government setting that. It should
Right.
be parents.
If I was only allowed 3 hours of gameplay a week, there's a good chance I wouldn't be on this couch right now.
Yeah, same. I
Yeah,
definitely
that's true.
wouldn't be.
Because I probably would have given up gaming as a passion because I just wasn't allowed to do it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the thing for me was when I was growing up, my parents were basically like, look, we don't like how much you game, but you're getting good grades.
That's
and
how
if
it
the
was
good
for me.
grades
That's
stop,
pretty
then the
much-
games
Exactly,
stop. And so
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
well, you know what? I want to beat Chrono Trigger, but
Yeah.
I
So I
also
gotta beat math.
Yeah, I gotta
Yeah, beat math.
I gotta conquer the Lavos that is algebra.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun for me because, like, me and my dad butt heads my entire childhood about video games, and now here I am, and I'm, this is my job.
Right.
It surrounds your life.
I mean,
now.
I got to give my mom credit for, early on she noticed that the games were more than just like a hobby for me. They were a passion that I mean, my dad was always supportive of my gaming hobby, but he was a little more concerned to begin with. He's like, oh, should he be playing as much as he is? My mom was like, hey, as long as his grades stay up, which they did, look at him. This is something that's not just a hobby. This is a passion for him. This could become like a job, a career. And lo and behold,
There we
she was
go.
right. Mom, you were right. So, I think there is something to be said for taking it on a kid-by-kid basis.
Yeah.
Right? Either way, I don't want the government deciding.
I also feel like your dad is on pretty shaky footing with that one. I'd be like, bro, you're a fucking Ninja Turtle. Like, chill out.
Yeah. Right.
You don't
Like,
Yeah.
gaming was new, and
It was at the time.
yeah.
I'm talking about
Yeah.
the NES days. Like,
Yeah, I'm
Like
just
really
joking
old.
around.
and he more than made up for it later. He fostered early on my love of video game music when like a lot of kids and stuff were making fun of me. Like, oh, that's not real music. He was like, I'm a voice actor and a singer. I can tell you real music is whatever music you like. It doesn't matter if it's sequenced from a video game console or a full orchestra. Music is music. So my dad more than made up for that initial shakiness
Oh,
by,
yeah.
by
yeah.
fomenting my love of video game music. So thanks, Dad.
Fomenting.
Yeah, that's a good, fun SAT
now
word.
my dad just pretends to understand what I'm talking about when I tell him about what I do.
Well, that resulted in quite the discussion, but thank you so much, Lizard, for your donation. Next up is Scott Barber with $4.99 saying, just now tuning in. Pretty trippy to see all of you in the same room. Hope you
Yeah.
all have a great weekend. Well, man, hope you have a great weekend as well. And let me tell you, it's even trippier for all of us to be in the same room.
Yeah.
That's
'Cause it's
awesome.
Very surreal.
There are,
So-
there are a lot more streams coming too, so stay tuned.
Yes.
Check out our Twitter, twitter.com/GVG official to find out the rest of our streaming schedule. But we do have one final news story. Do we have more super
We
chats?
do
or-
actually. We have a couple
Awesome.
more.
Hey, keep them coming.
Yeah, $5 more from Floxcat again, saying, by the way, some are wondering why I'm loving this hat or anything. This is because I'm one of those fans of Pokemon. I even did a rated M fanfic on it. A spicy Pokemon fanfic from Floxcat, everybody.
we might have to dip into that.
Maybe we should read some of
during
that on
After
stream
Dark.
later.
Yeah, dramatically read
Or
it.
After Dark. Okay. Dramatic reading of an M-rated fanfic at GVG After Dark. See, I told you, there are ways we can be spicy that don't involve getting drunk. So there you go. Stay tuned for that.
Well, drunk on power.
Drunk on
Depends
drunk
on
on
the flavor
power.
of spice that you want.
Tim Rattray with $5 saying esports are a path for many kids in China who can't go to college and need to support themselves or their family. Plus, freedom is important. Great points both. Completely agree with you. That should be an absolutely legitimate career path. And again, 3 hours a week isn't going to result
Yeah.
in that career path being viable. So. Thank you, Tim. Tim, really appreciate it. Luigi and Daisy 315 back with $2 more, saying who would win in a fight, Crash Bandicoot or Rayman? I'm not the biggest fan of either character, but
Rayman.
I was like I
I was gonna say
dislike
Rayman
Probably
too.
Rayman.
Yeah, I dislike Rayman less than I dislike Crash, so I'm gonna go Rayman as well.
Rayman has the reach advantage because
Yeah.
clearly it's
Yeah.
limitless somehow.
Yeah.
Limit
And-
limbs.
What's Crash gonna do? Spin?
yeah, I just feel like
That's it.
He doesn't really have.
I feel like if someone tries a spin move on you, you could still just punch them out of it. I feel like no one in the games has tried to just fucking hit Crash in the face while he's doing that.
He's no Tasmanian devil.
That's for sure.
the coolest thing about Crash, I always thought, I'm not a big fan of the character. Anyone who's followed me for any length of time knows that. The coolest thing about Crash, in my opinion, has always been that his name sounds like it could have been a Maverick from a Mega Man X game. He just sounds like he got the descriptor and the animal. Crash Bandicoot, Blizzard Buffalo, Toxic Seahorse. It works, and that's always been my favorite thing about Crash. So yeah, my vote goes to Rayman. Finally, last super chat for now. Screamo Shaman with $4.99 saying, regarding the Hatterene thing, all I can say is I'm open for commissions with a winky emoji.
Oh boy.
This is never gonna die. This is never gonna.
We're just gonna lean into it tonight.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
y'all asked for this. You don't get to complain when it comes to fruition.
I'll be the Adam Jensen in this situation and say I never asked for this because I didn't. Thank you, Screamo Shaman. Really appreciate it. And just every time you do a super chat, I get to say that name, and I love. It's just such a great name. Thank you. And that is the last super chat for now.
All right. So our final news story and the obligatory Super Monkey Ball story of the day is that Sega has announced out of nowhere, as usual at this point, that they are adding Suezo from Monster Rancher. I almost said Monster Hunter.
I know, that's why I've made that mistake too. Damn it.
And it is what like
and it collects CDs instead of
That's
bananas. It collects
so-
CDs. It's
collects-
perfect.
It collects
It's
CDs.
amazing.
Like
It's perfect.
I just think someone at Sega has been watching Sakurai reveal characters for Smash Ultimate and just wringing
Yeah.
his hands. He's like, "I'll show you. The rivalry is still alive."
I don't even know. Like this is the weirdest collection of characters, and for the weirdest game, like Super Monkey Ball of all games.
Super Monkey Ball, and they're like with canonically way fewer monkeys than other animals.
Yeah,
Everyone's
and like
fear.
we're getting like Sonic and Tails, but then we're also getting Kazuma Kiryu. Then we're
I
we're
love
getting Hello
Kazuma.
Kitty. I know Kazumani, and he collects a Staminax.
Getting
Yeah, we're getting
Morgana's
Morgana from
Persona.
Persona.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just the weirdest thing, but I'm here
Jet Set
for it.
Radio.
And it's like they've
Oh,
started.
that's right. We
yeah,
got Beat.
yeah, Beat,
Yeah,
who
that
collects
too.
spray cans. And it's like it's gotten to the
like-
point where I'm genuinely curious. I don't know who they're going to reveal next.
Ryo Hazuki.
Yeah, it could be
We need-
literally anyone.
We need Ryo Hazuki, Opa, Joe Musashi, Alice Landale.
Blaze
Blaze.
collecting chickens or turkeys from.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh La La from Space Channel 5.
Oh hell yeah.
Billy
We need.
Hatcher, but
You know
on
who
top
we
of the
need
ball.
from Space Channel 5? Michael Jackson. I would love it if they announce all these video game characters and then Michael Jackson at the end, like actual Michael Jackson.
Right.
Whoever was in charge of the content strategy for this game deserves a raise because it's
Seriously.
really working out for him.
Bolt Mouse X says, "What's next, Klonoa?" Hey, you know what? Sure, I would be happy to pay.
Sega revives Klonoa before Bandai Namco.
I know, right? Darchi makes a fair point, saying, "I think $5 per character is a little whack." And yes, so Suezo, like the other DLC characters, is going to be $4.99. I think they're coming out on October 19th in this case. And yeah, like I was going to say, there are characters I would pay $5 for, like Hello Kitty, and there are $5 characters I wouldn't pay $5 for, like Morgana. I have to be honest. Sorry.
I
But-
think it's a little different in this case because like with a game like Smash Brothers or a fighting game, I think the company usually expects most, hardcore players to buy everything.
All the packs.
But
Right.
With something like Monkey Ball, I think they're only anticipating you'll buy the character that you want to play as.
I think
the
so.
ones you resonate with.
I honestly think this is one of Sega's most brilliant strategies
Yeah.
ever.
I think so too.
Well, I look at it, right? My wife is a huge Hello Kitty fan. Couldn't give a shit about Monkey Ball.
Uh-huh.
And the minute she saw the Hello Kitty trailer, she's like, I don't even know what game this is, but we're buying this game.
Yeah.
And we're buying the $5 Hello Kitty DLC. And I was like, yeah.
That's
I
how
mean,
you
I was
pull
going
in
to
the
buy the
market.
game anyway, but sold.
Yeah, no, I mean, and my wife actually likes Monkey Ball on top of loving Hello Kitty, so she's like, I already know we're getting this because I know how much you love Monkey Ball, and we're going to play it together, but we're buying Hello Kitty. I'm like, hell yeah, we are. You kidding me? We definitely are.
Yeah.
And there are just so many more ways they could go with this. I mean, Bolt Mouse X with another great idea. Alice from Phantasy Star. I know you would be hype
Oh, yeah.
if they did that. There's just Seaman, man. Get Seaman in,
Oh, man.
That'd be so
in a
funny.
Monkey Ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's so much
What would
they could
Seaman
do.
collect, though? And
Microphones.
microphones, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else.
Plankton? What did he? I never played Seaman. What did he eat? And
Another
Did he eat?
Seaman at one point.
that's really weird.
It was.
I never
Seaman-
played it.
Man.
Real talk, just for like 30 seconds here. Seaman is one of the most unnerving games you'll ever play
seemed
in your
like it.
life. One,
Yeah.
you could train him to shit on command by actually just telling him to shit, and he would fling poo out of the thing on the top of his head. The other thing is there is legit a scene in which he murders another Seaman in front of you.
That's
so bizarre.
really weird.
That's disturbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is really disturbing. Beating that game just leaves a hole in your heart that you can never fill.
Well, there's some late breaking news that happened during the show, Steve, that I think you might be interested in. We might want to cover really quick since we don't have a time limit this time.
Yeah, why not?
So this broke while we were doing, or maybe right before the show, but Lost Judgment's DLC schedule has been announced.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Sega, who just recently told us we're not getting a review copy,
Right.
emailed me a press release about the DLC
Oh,
schedule.
so you got it
which
too. Okay.
really hurt.
That stings.
Yeah.
Like
that's
yesterday, they're
unfortunate.
like, "Hey guys, sorry, we're not going to be able to provide review code for this game for you." And then they're like, "Check out our DLC schedule."
What's weird
I
though
was
is
like,
that
"Ow."
we got Sonic Colors Ultimate.
We got Sonic
and-
Colors Ultimate, and
yeah.
we got Judgment for the PS5. I'm
so
not
weird.
not to throw shade on Sega. I just feel really bad because I really would have loved to cover this
You're
game
like
on
the
a timely
biggest
fashion.
fan of Judgment. It
Yeah,
hurts, man.
It hurt my heart to
I mean,
find
this
out
is
we
like
wouldn't be
this
able
would
to.
literally be tantamount to like Mega Man X9 being a thing and Capcom denying us.
Yeah.
And me not being able to cover it in a timely fashion. It's very similar to that.
Yeah,
I feel awful for you.
It's sad. I'm pretty sad about it, but I will end up covering it. Just it'll have to take a backseat to whatever is actually pre-release at the time. But yeah, we're looking at this, and they've got the Kaito Files story expansion, which Kaito is just such an amazing character.
Right.
Like I fucking love him. Highlighting him is going to be really cool. They got School Stories expansion coming out on October 26th, which apparently is available for those that pre-order the Digital Deluxe or Digital Ultimate Edition. I hate digital special editions of games.
Yeah, I do too.
But whatever. I mean, it gives you apparently stuff to interact or deepen your interactions with the school's club. So I guess Yagami goes to school. I've been trying to stay away from spoilers, and then there's a Detective Essentials pack and a Quick Start Support pack. So it looks like it's a bunch of like the only real story related thing is the Kaito Files, which I'm down for it. Give me more Kaito anytime. I absolutely adore him. He's like a perfect foil for Yagami. So I'm hoping to play this
Right.
game as soon as possible. But
I love without the context. It's so weird to read that one of the things you get as part of the Detective Essentials pack is additional girlfriends. That's just with no context. That sounds so weird.
you've unlocked extra girlfriends.
Downloadable
I,
girlfriends.
I do love that as part of the detective and lifestyle content, you get 3 new colors of Shiba Inu detective dogs, which
Oh,
you sold me
yes.
there.
That's the
Sold
prime
already.
And for you, Steve, that also comes with 4 additional playable Sega Master System games.
Oh,
Global
snap.
Defense, Alien Syndrome, Fantasy Zone 2, The Tears of Opa Opa, and Sagaya.
Global Defense is low key one of the best Sega Master System games.
I never
ever
played
made.
it.
It is arcadey as fuck, and it's
Nice.
super hard, but
Nice.
it is excellent.
All right. Well, we do have a couple more super chats, but that is the news for the day, I believe.
Yeah, let's go ahead and read them out.
All right. So first we have $5 more from Late Night Sprites saying, "Love your stuff. Thanks for being so kind and welcoming and giving good vibes. Y'all are so funny and so awesome. Can't wait for weekend streams." Well, thank you, Late Night Sprites, so much.
Thank you.
It
Yeah.
means the world to us that you are in our audience because, we couldn't be sitting here doing this if we didn't have an audience to do it for. So right back at you. Thank you so much for showing us your love, and we will keep doing what we do, and we really appreciate you being here for it. Seriously, thank you so much. And finally, $4.99 from Synchrolord saying, "Michael Jackson from Moonwalker." He collects kids,
Oh,
like in the game, like in the game in parentheses.
I'm going
yeah,
home.
come on, you know what you did there. You know what you did.
Going home.
And moonwalks in the ball. Oh, ow!
That would be funny if playing as Michael Jackson meant you had to use reverse controls because he's moonwalking.
I really need to learn to read these, not on the fly, but scan them before I read them out loud because, oh my God.
yeah, I've had
man.
my eyes on that one for a bit, and I was like,
On that one.
Yeah. I do like that you included the like in the game in parentheses just to justify what you meant.
Yeah.
Thank you, Synchrolord. Really appreciate that. Next is Flox Cat with $5 more.
Thank you.
Saying also Hatterene is one of those girlfriends in that DLC. Oh Lord.
Oh boy.
Yagami and Hatterene, man. I don't know about that.
Moe.
Thank you so much, Floxcat. And that, at this particular moment in time, is the final super chat.
All right, y'all. So normally this is the part of the show where I'd ask where our guest is from, but you know where to find us. We're right here in Seattle for the remainder of the week. We'll be doing PAX coverage and crazy crazy After Dark stuff of apparently
Oh,
reading
yeah.
some M-rated fanfics tonight.
Oh,
But you can find out
man.
more about that tonight at 11 p.m. Pacific, 1 a.m. Eastern, and it's probably a good thing we're airing it at that time. But
Yeah.
we could not go forward without thanking all of you in the audience for your generous super chats, for your patronage, for watching, liking, subscribing, as well as those of you that are on our Patreon. You guys help keep the lights on. You help make trips like this happen. We really
Yes.
could not descend upon Seattle in the jankiest way possible without your help. But we
Absolutely.
have to give a special thank
sorry,
you. Oh,
sorry, Steve. We did just get one last super chat here.
All right.
$2 from Vedran Hotik, saying one of our very own patrons, saying Arl from Puyo Puyo in a ball would be awesome. Yeah, I saw a few
That'd be
people saying
lovely.
Yeah,
Arl. I think that would be a really
cool.
cool.
John
addition.
would be really happy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he would. So
Yeah.
yeah, Arl would be really neat for sure.
Collecting Puyos.
Anyway, so as I was saying, we have to give a special thank you to our patrons at the producer tier and above. You guys, we wouldn't be able to set up crazy complex streaming setups like these without you. Unfortunately, we don't have credits tonight because of just the nature of the show and the fact that we're running everything away from home. But we do still want to give our traditional extra special thank you to our patrons at the executive producer tier and above. And those fine folks include Jared Edinger, Brandon Bovia, Rob Arman X, Itiono Ben, Dan and Twistle, Dennis J, Z Patty, Hyrule Hermit, Sky Blue Flames, Adam O'Sullivan, Octo Puppet, Richard Herrera, Michael Phone, The D-Pad, Vesmio, Waffle King, Kitty Kong Facts, Angel Martinez, Vedran Hotik, thank you for the super chat again, by the way, 112, John. How did I stumble on that? Joshua Hunter, Evernight Studio, this guy.
Me.
Benny Yao, Azran 127, Pagrema, Kenrule 09, Jake Pelka, Geller, Joseph Rutkin, Geeky Griffin, Lucky Wonderfish, Kyle, Top Dog 23100, Young Ben Kenobi, Doug Shomix, Andrew Medeiros, Joseph Bayer, Orem M, Sakuragi, Becca, Rocks the Cat, Fizzywig Hoyd, Critmonger, The Legend of Groose, Eddie B, Kayed, Kit Fisto, Kenneth Lee Stingle, West Egg, Deaneth, Kota, Michael McCaw, Matthew Wong, Goron Amber, Straight Lace, Justin Matthews, Hoobie, Too Much Spaghetti, Mega Conrad, Ascaron 809, Kane, Captain Finlandia, 60 Minutes and 60
I'm busy
Seconds,
smiling.
Christopher Masterson, Spicy Pandaughter, The Game Orb, Dano the Artist, Grantles, Rayflox, Synchro Lord, they broke me, Brainchild, my mom. I'm sorry, Mom. Hi, Mom.
I'm up.
Kotar Peck, Scuff 196, Kane Woolley, Skull Kid Tiger, AJB Cool, Blizzica, Jason Uloa, Jaden Buck, Phantom Project, Cystic Warrior 29. This is hot. Super dank awesome unicorn guy, Darik, Nathan the voice actor, Chibi J, Bongo Lover, Mumbling Yeti, Cameron Sharp, Fangs, Dinner Sonic, Freyhem, Mason Riley, Keel, and finally, welcome back to the EP squad, my friend, Titus Malvolio.
Welcome.
Welcome back. Thank you so much. And Steve, I'm sorry to interrupt your outro, but we just got one more super chat.
Nice.
$50
Wow.
from our
Thank
good
you.
friend Rob Arman X,
Rob,
saying,
thank you so much.
seriously, thank you
My
so
man.
much. So sad I missed out on this, but it's so awesome seeing you all together. Well, it is awesome being together, man, and thank you
Yeah.
so much for your incredible generosity. We hope you'll be around for GVG After Dark tonight. Steve, because we didn't get to read the producers today, do you mind if I do that just to give them some extra love?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. All right, producer time. So, our amazing producers are Jacob One, Kurosame, Mikhail Waltburn, Felix Nebulous, Don Koopman, Kevin Online, Sonic Kurosaki, Nick Munger, Arkwing24, Ben Modrin, Chase Talbot, Ben Hannigan, Chickens, Roman Kilchinsky, Romsky113, Joshua Wiseman, Iggy Coop, Kieran Das, Feeling Dreepy, Meowsticks, Ariel H, Blindman, Ryan Sardon Keller, Black King, Shuckle25, Darts, DJ Andy D, Tiptoe, Alex Rodriguez, Pedro Vasquez, Tony, Albie the Floof, Ian Seabach, Ben Frick, Ben Morelli, Emil, Farina Reneus, Andy Chung, PK Gaming, Legend of Jess, Natasha Smith, Shoichi, Chris Lewis, Daniel Codd, Bo Blacks, Gold Lichting, Matthew Miller, Smoko13, Rings of Saturn, Michael Abuda, Akil P, Hello World, Alan Leung, Helen Kincannon, Kristinton 2025, Tomo the Cabot, Coops Crib, Toast Cross Dimensions, Just Cliff, Nicholas Van Roven, Dean Evinger Jr., Darksteel01, Chip Damage Mike, DJ Jurassic, Abisola Osani, Jeff Ed,
I know her.
Ghost Wolf, Jack Hines, Blaystar25, Inferno Cali, Maddie, Tom Chimiak, Jax, Screamo Shaman, Willow Pingree, and finally, Ghassan Abunura. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
And if you're watching us live, remember that you, too, can become a patron over at patreon.com/gvgaming, where for as little as $5 a month, you can join us on the post show, which is where we're headed now, and it's exclusive to our patrons. We also have a Patreon exclusive Discord, which you can get into for as little as $1 a month. But whether you just check us out here, like, subscribe, watch on YouTube, or listen to us on any major podcast service around the globe, we appreciate you so much. But that is the end of our special live from Seattle PAX episode. Thanks so much to Straight Lace for sponsoring, and to our partners for providing us with the kit we need to keep entertaining you when we're away from home. But we will see you guys next time. If you're not going to join us for the post show, join us at 11 p.m. Pacific for GVG After Dark.
Woo!
Until
And
next time, folks.
Tomorrow at 4, right? Tomorrow
Yes.
at 4 we're doing. So for those of you who don't stay up super late, tomorrow at 4 p.m. we'll be doing a mystery GameCube game stream.
Yes.
Yes.
Stay
Oh,
tuned
yes.
for that. It's going to be crazy. It
Yes.
is, it is something. It's a major blast from the past. But anyway, that does it for TNT. We're about to head over to the post show. Until next time, everybody. Good night and good vibes. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.